In the lawless metropolis space station Midspace, a shadowy figure has hired a ragtag team of travelers to delve into the station's inner levels and retrieve a mystery item. This is the story of those travelers. Dr. Z, a psychic jellyfish-like alien, versed in the arts of hacking and medicine, who pilots a robotic suit of armor. Cleo, the ursine explosives expert, an immense bipedal bear creature armed to the teeth and not adverse to risk-taking. And Herodotus, a decorated military officer dedicated to the imperial conquest of human civilization. On board an ancient scavenged starship in the trash heap core of Midspace, they are the Backwater Bastards. Welcome back to another issue of the Backwater Bastards.
Yes!
I hope
In
you're
space.
all proud of yourselves.
Yeah.
Obviously.
What for?
Everything, Dan. Fucking everything.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, just because somebody doesn't possess
I'm a
self-love
fucking
doesn't mean
specimen.
that's true for everybody. I'm just saying.
We're all.
Me and Evan know a lot about self-love.
Arguably too much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's true, but
Well, we're returning to our bastard
You're on review. You're on
Okay.
review.
in space.
In space. Yes. Good enough for government work, as they say.
Yeah. Or as you said previously, as they say in the military, we make do. Was your line? We make do.
Anyway, too.
Yeah. As you're fucking living here with a pension.
Yeah.
scarce as a hen's teeth.
And Taylor, I'm looking forward to more of your unique sayings. You keep saying like new ones, and I'm like, where is she coming up with these?
As we say in the service.
I'm making them. Some of them I'm making up. Some of them.
Oh, they're brilliant.
There's like these things on the internet where you like choose your birthday and your name and your initial, and then you create a name for
Yeah.
yourself. And there are a bunch of those for like
Well,
country bullshit.
I'm loving them.
As we used to say in the service. Bugging me with a billock.
What?
Oh, I'm just hanging out like a hair in a biscuit.
That sounds lovely right about now. A little cup of tea and biscuit. Oh, naughty, naughty biscuit.
Oh, DM Dickie, you need to get us in control. Give
Ah,
us a
it's-
recap.
Okay, let's recap.
Don't you understand?
So, like,
Me and the bear going the tea were out of control.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
By tea, I mean hard liquor.
Woo!
Yeah.
Scratched up worse than a blind
Hey,
berry
tea.
picker.
tea with brandy.
And brandy.
Heavier than a dead
You
preacher.
boil the tea leaves in some brandy.
Bugger me with a bottle of brandy, as we said in the cavalry. Yeah.
Is that what you say before you go over the lines?
Quite literally, I might add, yeah.
Well, I feel like we were on track for like a second.
Yeah. Positively gaping experience.
Oh my god.
Well, last
Green as a
last
gourd.
episode, as I'm sure you'll recall,
We have fun.
our three
Yeah.
bastards, Herodotus, Cleo, and Dr. Z, all defeated the strange, squirmy monster living in the swamp in the garbage core of Midspace.
Mm-hmm.
They found their way past there, having taken not inconsiderable amounts of damage to their shields and bodies.
Yeah, but not from the beast, from Taylor's bomb. From Cleo's bomb.
I mean, mostly from Cleo's bomb, yes. But Cleo did blow the thing to bits. Like, she very thoroughly defeated that creature.
Yeah.
It turned into
Ungrateful.
a little bit of a light mist.
And you're all pretty much, especially Herodotus, who was in the blast, showered with like creature fluids and blood.
Ooh.
A fine
Yeah.
hamburger mist.
Literally a pink meat mist.
Dr. Z's fish bowl, has a kind of windscreen wiper turn on.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, beautiful.
And somehow, having made their way sort of over the stinky tundra of this planet, of this, it's a space station really, but the size of a small moon, having made their way across the stinky tundra of the trash core, the bastards have in fact found a mysterious ancient starship, partially buried in trash in a sort of, like wedged into a mountain, but looking to be more or less intact. And in fact, once they found their way to the entrance door, having climbed up the wing, they discovered its shields were still in effect, it's still powered up, still had defenses, and then the voice of a mysterious AI inside the ship welcomed them as visitors.
How did that voice sound again, though? I can't remember.
Something along the lines of, "Hello, are you the visitors?"
Yeah, that was it.
"Hello, are you the visitors?" It was a bit higher.
No, I think, yeah, that was good.
"Hello."
Oh, you sound like Robin Williams doing his like Silicon Valley kid.
"Hello.
Yeah.
Are you the visitors?"
I hope you like making that voice, Dick.
Oh God, the colonials! Shoot! They'll come after our tea, Nick.
Well, I guess, have we stepped on board yet?
You have stepped on board, so the ship opened up the door, allowing the bastards to step in.
My, Herodotus, it's almost as old as you are.
Yeah, well, that's all the same to you, isn't it? Outlander. This contrivance, it's ungodly, sir.
I only see one wing to match your one leg. And look at that.
Well, match made in hell, ladder.
Now, did we decide who the pilot was out of us three?
I know I am a pilot.
Oh, you are a
Herodotus
pilot.
is
Okay.
the only one actually trained in piloting.
Okay. So,
So Herodotus is who we're gonna
guess
trust
so.
to drive us.
Fantastic. I'll make so many bitchy comments about like the craftsmanship of the ship. Yeah, typical colonial wishwashery. Huh? Yeah.
So the doors opened up and is wound down a staircase for you to clamber up. It's just like a dirty grey chrome staircase. Doesn't seem to be particularly advanced, but it's built into a blast door that looks relatively sturdy.
is it wide enough for Cleo?
It is wide enough for Cleo. It's,
Oh no.
Like,
No,
is it a
it's-
double
Oh my God.
door or is it like
it's a double. So it's wide
That's
enough for
discrimination.
two or three humans to walk abreast.
Oh,
So,
okay. So it's,
It's
like
not. It's not an anti-bear entrance.
yeah, it's not like a house door type thing. It's
I
like
mean,
a-
she may have to watch out like for bumping her head.
Yeah, because I'm tall, okay? But I know what you were thinking. I know what you were thinking
Yeah,
about
that you're-
me
that
and my
you're a bear.
size.
I wanted to make sure you'd be comfortable.
That's exactly what they say about me when I want to sit next to them on the plane. No.
That they're uncomfortable.
Okay, I guess if we're just on board the ship, can I roll to see if there's any cool shit?
All right, yeah, I'll give you a roll. So you're all coming up the stairs into the entry port of the ship. And,
Are there any
Exploration.
frigid feces?
Frigid feces. Going straight for that. So as you enter in, it's the interior, much like the
I mean,
exterior,
it's a spaceship.
is a sort of a quite a dirty, weathered grey. The whole thing is made of this grey metal, and you step into quite an immense room. Actually, it opens straight in to like a docking area. You can see there seems to be lockers lining the walls as you step in, but you step a little bit further in, and you can see there's actually docking bays for small ships.
Ah, Herodotus. Somewhere you can park your old rust bucket.
Hey, careful there. It's a classic. Hey, good imperial craftsmanship. You wouldn't understand, would you, fish boy?
Now, are you sure that this ship is colonial, as you'll say? It seems far old for any of us.
Well, I haven't seen it in the service. I don't trust it. Not for a second. She imperial. Oh, wait, I should roll for perception. Can I roll for perception?
Absolutely.
I
I
rolled
want
one
to
as
see
well.
if I can see whether this is sort of imperial make. Okay. Goddamn it! I rolled a 6.
Ooh, I rolled an 11.
Well, good for you. Maybe you can figure out whether or not it's imperial make.
So, past the lockers, there are these 3 docks for small ships on either side. And one of them actually already has a small escape pod docked in it, by the looks of things. And the way these things work, they're sort of like the Looks like the ship comes 90% of the way in and then has a sort of a vacuum seal around it, so the ships can quite easily eject out when required.
Is this what Herodotus and Cleo are seeing to address their dice rolls, or is this what we're all seeing?
This is what you're all seeing. But further from that, Herodotus has been looking around for signs of imperial craftsmanship, and I mean, frankly, he sees none, but he also doesn't see anything that would suggest that it's not. So it's hard to tell. It's quite
It might be a smaller satrapal make, from one of the provinces. Maybe an imperial commission, but I've not seen to the service.
Yes.
Cleo's just sniffing around in cabinets and stuff.
And what are you smelling there, Cleo?
Well, it's dark as a sack of docks in here.
Sniffing about. Cleo can't make out a heck of a lot, but there is the smell of something vaguely appetizing. And looking across big docking bay, there's another double door that opens up directly opposite the stairwell. It was closed at the moment, but there's another wide door that looks like it opens up into a room ahead.
I'm just gonna say that Cleo is gonna move in the direction of that food stank.
Can I ask the ship where where a place to jack in and do some computer to computer talking would be?
It's called a private space, my boy. Whatever you want to jack in.
I was like, wait, what?
Oh, thank you very much, Herodotus. Yes, I was thinking as much. Ship!
Just lie back and think of Britannia.
Where is an input?
There will be time shortly, visitor. Please step into the meeting room.
Meeting room? What meeting room? Where is this blasted room?
I have prepared sustenance.
Pardon me, how long have we been expected?
You have been expected for 2,524 of the old Earth's years.
Old Earth?
She spoke of old Earth? Most majestic of all the celestial realms.
And so how old
of histories, don't you know?
How old does that make you then, H?
Older than you could possibly understand, my aquatic amigo.
Yes, well,
you and your short-term memory wouldn't even understand. You weren't there.
Well, I'm definitely not walking in first to that room, but I will head over towards the door.
Okay.
Didn't Cleo already go in there?
Cleo's gonna go in there first. I'm sure she's already got a head start.
Yeah, Cleo is now in the room,
So
sniffing
as
around.
soon as Cleo steps up to the doors, they open, very Star Trek styles, and the room that she sees ahead of her is quite big. It's a big wide space. It seems to have various sort of areas sectioned off. There are corners where there's little booths of what could almost be described as sort of sofas, although they're kind of just benches with like rubberized pads on them. In the middle of the room there's an immense oblong table which seems to have a couple dozen chairs arranged around it, and then there are two sets of doors on the walls to your left and right and ahead of you. And it looks to be some sort of like living space meeting room sort of hybrid. But in the table, there's the nearest section. There are 3 bowls sitting in front of some of the chairs. And the bowls are what are emanating the savory smell that Cleo detected earlier.
I'm gonna head over to that. Looking pretty happy about it. Well, ain't that flashy as a rat with a gold tooth. Come on in here, y'all. Grub's on the table.
Oh, jolly good. Looks like the mess hall's been served up, my lads. Let's go fill our bellies.
I will head over, but at the same time, I only rolled a 7 on my perception check. See that everything's in order as walking over.
I mean, nothing seems to be particularly dangerous, although the whole situation might be vaguely out of the ordinary. As Cleo rushes up to the table, she can see that the bowls, they're quite deep, round bowls. And they're full to the brim with a sort of grey, lumpy sludge.
What?
I roll perception to see if I can see any claret on the table.
Claret? What's claret?
It's a sweet red wine.
Fancy old wine.
Herodotus,
Ain't you ever listened to the Highwayman?
his rather high perception roll of 13 is absolutely certain that there is no wine on the table.
Bloody hell. What kind of hospitality is this? Not even a sniff of pot. Not drop of remedy.
Oh my god, you guys. I just rolled a 20 for do I get to eat some of it.
You really didn't need to roll for that.
Well, this means that now there's 2 bowls of food.
Whoa. Nice. Wait, so what have you just rolled a natural
So
20
y'all
for?
can
What is this
figure out
natural
what-
20 being used for, Taylor?
Do I get to eat that food and not share it?
So yeah, I mean, I guess if Cleo's going for it, she can consume it at a supernatural rate.
I can. And that's what's happening. I'm only in the first bowl, though, so if y'all want some of this, like, come
Right,
on.
Cleo-
She's standing with her in her hand, like turning to us, offering up a bowl, and then like just consumes the other one ravenously. All of a sudden, like,
Yeah.
What if I rapidly heal from this?
What if?
what if you rapidly don't?
So it has a kind of like a slightly like maybe fungal mushroom kind of taste. It's got a strong odor, but it is
okay.
piping hot and well seasoned.
I'm
I'm
here
still
for that.
bewailing the lack of port or other types of alcohol.
Looking at the food, I'm gonna wonder what I'm supposed to eat, and I'll say, "Never mind me, there, Cleo. You can have mine."
I must apologize, visitors. I was only able to synthesize mortal food using the surrounding fauna.
Oh, gross! You've just eaten all the rubbish.
Well, I am a bear, so
Mmm.
Bloody rodent.
awesome. That's cool. Thanks, Nick.
I thought something like that might have happened when he said mushroom fungus. I was like, yeah, this is coming from outside.
Ooh, deaf in one ear, can't hear out the other. Dig in, y'all.
Now, Ship, what is your name? What are we to call you?
I am the functioning intelligence of a dragon class.
Dragon class.
Careful now, fish boy. You're gonna give it an identity crisis. Listen here, brigadier. You will do our bidding and you will do it well, or we shall see to it that you are decommissioned and put before a grand jury of the military personnel. Do you hear me?
Of a dragon class command ship.
Bloody hell.
Yes, I think your harsh words are falling on this ship's ears. So, Dragon class, do you have a name?
I do not have a name.
Yes. Well.
You may select a name that pleases you, visitors.
Oh, it's so hard to not call it the
Food
Grey
dragon.
It's so difficult. Not the food
dragon.
No, we're not calling it the food dragon.
Fine. Y'all have it. You all fight it out on your own.
Well,
I mean, I'm fine with anything, but it's just so difficult to not call it Grey Dragon since all of our adventures start off in the Grey Dragon.
Aren't we supposed to call it the Grey Dragon?
I would like to, but
what's the great dragon? What's the great dragon from Neverending Story?
Falcor.
Falcor. No,
Falcor.
No, we're not calling our ship naming it after that pedo.
Turn
Fine.
around. Look out what you see.
Hey, ship.
In
Ship,
her eyes,
ship.
something good to eat.
Shut up, bear. Ship, hearken to me.
Yes, visitor.
What would you like to be called?
Susan.
Karen.
Don't make fun, fish.
Barbara.
You don't know. It might be a sensitive soul.
Yes.
My favorite name is Reese.
Reese.
Reese was the name of the prior captain who asked me to welcome you, visitors.
Reese.
That's
Reese.
so cute. Like Reese Witherspoon?
May you affect his mannerisms and voice.
I am trying.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, that's
Well,
so
try harder.
that's so sweet.
It's obviously never thought about like what it would be called. It's like, well, there's the only person who I really admire, and their name was this, so maybe that's my favorite name. That's my sort of
Okay,
that's
well,
my
That's
rationale.
so cute. I love
That
it
fucking
so
works
much.
great. All right.
The Starship Reese.
Well, I think that's just the name of the sort of butler AI.
The AI, yeah, Reese.
That's too fucking late, Dick. Look what you did.
The AI, okay.
I'm not.
yeah.
I am never gonna stop calling
I mean,
it
it's
Reese.
a big grey dragon class ship. You know, call it what you like.
If Reese gets shot up, we have Reese's pieces.
More like Reese is gone to pieces, am I right?
Oh shit! I like that.
Okay.
Dick's like, God.
That'll be a side quest later.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll get blown apart and we have to pick up all the Reese's pieces.
Exactly. Sounds like a great quest. I want to do that already.
May I ask your names, visitors?
No!
Yes, I am Dr. Zafre. Atola Medusa, stuck in this fishbowl with these broken metal limbs.
What did you call me?
Nothing, I'm talking about myself, you idiot.
Ah, that's more like it.
But yes, he has a broken limb as well.
Better than ever.
I can relate.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's very good of you. Now, where to next?
Wait,
Reese?
Taylor hasn't introduced herself yet.
Nah, who cares? He's a bear.
Face in that bowl. Nah. Cleo the cat. Demolitions expert. Outlaw.
I lean over to the screen and say, she's nothing but a mindless killing machine which has delusions of aeronautical grandeur. Do not trust her for a second.
Interstellar criminal extraordinaire.
Extraordinarily dumb, if anything.
But-
The finest, the finest smuggler, the finest space creature that ever lived. And then some.
As I said, delusions of grandeur.
So good. And you're really not going to introduce yourself there, Herodotus?
Oh,
Does he need it?
Sorry, I thought my reputation preceded me.
Ship's like, I already know your ass.
I've met you several times before.
Wait. The name is Herodotus Arthurian Mendelus III of the finest Earth human coalition fourth liaison cavalry of the line. We come
What was that about
in
delusions
peace,
of grandeur?
and we claim this place for all Earth. We came, we saw, we undid.
Now, Reese, you said something about questions will be answered in the meeting room. What did Reese say that, or am I making it up? What did Reese say before?
I don't know.
Reese just said there'd be like time to for you to plug into the computer after.
Right. Reese, now where was that input?
Ah, yes, Dr. Zafre. Please follow me.
And some of the lights sort of just flicker and change a sort of a subdued blue color, leading towards one of the two doors at the far end of the room.
I'm going to follow Reese's pieces.
Now tell me, artificial intelligence, are there combustibles of the tobacconage sort on board?
I must apologize, Commodore Herodotus Arthurian Mendelroth III.
Oh, I bet
My
he gets a jump
stores
out of that.
have been entirely depleted by the passing of the years.
Very well.
It is my desire, however, to make all of you visitors as comfortable as possible. Perhaps we could go someplace to replenish my stores.
Perhaps. In the meantime, do you have a synthesizer?
Why, yes.
Then play it up.
Wait, that's not a synthesizer.
No, I was gonna say perhaps you could synthesize me a couple of replacements just for the time being. I know it's a terrible waste of energy, but I would so enjoy it.
I will try.
And
No, you will do, or do not. There's no try.
Oh no.
you sort of see one of the bowls that has already been finished by Cleo de Cap is suddenly plops down to the table through an opening that sort of appears, and there's a clunking sort of sound inside, and then a rather unfortunate smelling, very dark grey sort of vegetable-like dried matter appears on a small plate in its place.
As it comes up through the table, Herodotus sort of screeches, folds backward, and pulls out his pistol at the same time, going, Foxholes! Foxholes! It's the insurgents, lads! Ready the halberd!
Wait, is that supposed to be something for him to smoke?
Yeah.
Very good. Herodotus pulls out reaches into his backpack, his knapsack, his rucksack, and starts sort of thumbing through the contents, eventually pulling out a long, intricately patterned brazen pipe and starts stuffing this stuff into the feeding hole.
Cleo goes over and noses at it.
It
growls.
smells pretty bad, but it's it's the same fungal kind of stuff that the food was made of. It seems to be that Reese is improvising a little bit and synthesizing things using substandard early materials, perhaps.
Yeah.
Gonna smoke some shit.
Yeah.
Brave is the first man to eat an oyster.
Herodotus kind of looks at the bear and goes, "What are you being picky about, trash eater?" And then he sparks the pipe and starts patting happily away at it.
I love how you two are interacting there. You're both eating the trash.
Herodotus wouldn't eat it. He's only smoking it.
Yes.
While that love scene is going on, can I interface with the computer?
Yes. So
Interface.
Yes.
Dr. Z, stepping forward further out of this large meeting room, opens up into a significantly smaller room, which immediately you can see, although it's very dark outside, just buried, you can see the transparent, big, sort of wide windows of the bridge.
Nice.
There's about sort of 6 seats sort of set up near various control panels at the front, including sort of a big raised pilot's chair.
Well, I won't sit in the pilot's chair, but I will head over to an interface port. I'm gonna hold up the. I didn't. You know how I scanned that information chip from Dietz's worker?
I do recall.
Yeah.
Do I just bring it? Like, is it Wi-Fi or is it like a hardware interface connection?
It's a
type
hardware.
thing?
I think I really enjoy the R2D2
the
style.
R2D2 style. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna plug in R2D2 style and then communicate.
Fuck the ship.
Yeah. Say to the ship. Now, Reese, we were sent here. One of the best teams on board this station. Actually, it took them a year to find us. We're here looking for this. Now, so far, it's led us to you. Do you have anything to help us find it specifically? And I'll upload what I have scanned.
So that you upload it into Reese's mirror baits, and Reese beep boop boops a little bit.
Kind of beep boop boops a little bit.
Beep boop boop.
Yes, this was my last transmission.
Ah, so this frequency is you.
Yes.
Well, now we've been sent to find what's causing this and remove it. Would you perhaps still be flyable?
I believe so.
Okay, I will run a systems diagnostics, I guess. And I've rolled a 21, a modified 21, so it's 16 plus 5.
Alrighty. So looking in there, you're able to get quite a lot of information out of Reese's operating system. You can now tell that this is a Dragon class command ship, as a medium size you would class it as Reese has already said. It seems to be sufficiently equipped and powered to house 24 people. Or 24 human-sized people at least. And you've already seen that it docks 6 ships. Although it seems like several of docking ports have been destroyed, possibly by the evacuation of the escape pods that were originally there. There's a bunch of manifest. Again, this was thousands of years ago, of multiple small ships evacuating long ago.
Or is that what they want us to think?
Yes.
It's equipped with its own onboard energy generator, which is obviously what's allowed it to stay online all this time. Also means that it is suitable for deep space travel. It has 4 cannons equipped to the front, all of which seem to be perfectly operational. A perfectly functional
Hell yeah.
shield generator.
Oh, yeah.
And a shield projector.
Mm-hmm. Wicked.
And most importantly, it has a warp engine, although the warp engine is not online.
Well, Reese, it seems like you're quite the impressive ship.
Thank you, although I cannot take credit for the hardware I am assigned.
Well,
Not with that attitude anyway.
it's lovely what you're working with. Open up the comm system and say, Cleo, Herodotus, this ship can take off. Can you meet me in the captain's... What? What's the cockpit?
The bridge.
Can you meet me in the bridge?
In the bridge. Herodotus looks at the bear and goes, I think he means on the bridge, but does not have the brain to say so. We must go find him before he hurts himself.
I'm going to stay standing there. My droid body kind of standing there completely still, and me swimming around in the fishbowl, continuing to interface and figure things out.
All right, I guess we join you on the dragonette.
Are we buckling in? Are we gonna buckle in? When we get there, is there gonna be a situation like where we can all sit and have a special seat?
Maybe you should come and find out.
Oh, I just want to know. Like, you're already there. Can I bring the bowl? Okay, I'm coming. But I'm bringing one of the bowls.
It's still not completely full, having consumed.
Oh my god, you're the bear creature from Spaceballs.
Oh no.
So as Herodotus and Cleo step onto the bridge, you can see that the front of the ship is buried and trashed. The windows at the front are just blacked out and filthy. But there is room for a good number of people to stand on this bridge, as well as like 6 command seats up the front.
Is there a seat big enough for Cleo? Or like an armrest that separates two that she can snap?
None of the command seats at present are a comfortable size for Cleo. She will fit. She could probably still strap into them, but they might need some modicum of a modification, although there are benches towards the back which she would easily fit upon.
Okay, I might take a bench. I'm gonna observe some of these and sniff around some of the command seats and kind of disappointedly move to the back.
Sit at the back of the ship, bear.
I guess I'll come aboard and take the pilot seat.
Without hesitation, yes. Straight in.
I mean, it is my place. I am the only one with the qualifications, Herodotus says, as he sort of leaves through his wallet trying to find his flying license. Then remembering he had it ignominiously taken from him after some rather creative flying. And
Misplaced, is it, Herodotus?
You know how it is.
Commodore,
Yes, too much qualification, if anything.
Yes.
Commodore Herodotus, it seems my star maps are significantly out of date. I have
Don't
no...
you worry your pretty little head about it. I'll do it by Fingerspitzengefühl.
This is exceptionally good news. I would have said that I do not trust my ability to navigate us from this place. I will
that makes
place
2 of us.
my trust in your expert piloting abilities.
They've never been in better hands.
Would you like a map, Herodotus?
Do you have one handy, fish boy?
Am I able to project a hologram of Midspace Station?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I'll kind of pull up my one working arm, cock the wrist back, and out of a little emitter, I'll project in front of Herodotus, just to the side of his vision, a largish holographic version of Midspace Station and where we are.
Oh, right. So we are where?
Yes, the blinking red dot.
I can't see.
Right in the middle there.
Herodotus is slightly blind, so he's kind of... yes, I absolutely see. There's no chance I misunderstand any of this.
I'll enhance it
Bloody
cartoonishly big for him.
Bloody newfangled technologies.
Like an old people's cell phone.
Yeah.
Alright, Herodotus starts sort of looking around for the kind of buttons and switches he's used to, but obviously that's not relevant for this ship, so he starts talking to the machine and said, Alright, well, put yourself in close flight mode, would you? Start up the main thrusters and let's have a look at those hovering abilities, shall we?
Very good, Commodore.
And then there's just a shaking and a creaking as the lights begin to dim, and you can see as the whole thing is shaking, and like the artificial gravity is correcting, because the whole thing is on a bit of an angle, but the artificial gravity is correcting that in terms of your own sensations of it, but you still feel quite a bit of shaking and motion as the ship is just sort of forcing its way slowly out of the trash. This horrible, like a creaking, ripping sound of metal tearing, hopefully not the wings of the grey dragon.
Oh, damn.
You will let me know if we suffer any structural integrity issues, won't you?
I will. All is fine.
I'll be keeping an eye on the maps and keeping plugged in as well.
Yes. All is fine. That's what my third wife said before. Let's not talk about it. Onwards and upwards, lads.
And then in one corner of the great windscreen in front of you, suddenly this crack as light is coming through. You can see like the green light of the sludge outside as chunks of the trash are falling away from the front. And then you can actually see the whole world, despite the fact that the artificial gravity is keeping you feeling as though the ground is down, it's actually tilting as the ship is correcting its position and bursting out of the trash mountain.
Uh-oh. Does the food stay in the bowl?
The food is sloshing about a fair bit.
Okay.
Best eat quickly, bear. It's about to get rocky.
I'll turn my magnetic. I'll turn on some magnets in my feet so that I don't move around too much.
I don't think I have shoes.
There may be some bumps. Please wait one moment while I adjust for my other visitor.
What?
What?
All good.
What was that?
Let us continue.
Reese, what was that about other visitor?
The other visitor, who has been with me for a very long time.
Oh,
we're-
jolly nice. And who would that be, Reese?
The visitor is very young and does not speak to me.
What?
Hey?
Where would this visitor be on this ship, Reese?
You may find your fellow visitor in the medical bay. Turn left outside of the bridge.
Yes?
I am incredibly stressed about a baby being on the flight. I can't live like this. Okay, Dick, tell us about this fucking baby that you hid in the spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we want to chuck the ship in like hover autopilot mode or something and want to go check this out, or do we want to
We
get?
can do it both at the same time. I need some practice behind the wheel, don't you know?
All right.
Now, when you say it's very young, when it doesn't talk to you, does it not talk to you because it's dead?
I have monitored its vital signs for years. It is still alive.
Very well.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hello.
Dr. Z.
We're here.
Yeah. Yes, Cleo.
Yes, Leo, I'm here too.
Hey, Dr. Z, ask Reese if it's dangerous.
Reese, would this life form be dangerous?
I do not believe the life form is dangerous. Captain Reese would have told me.
Okay.
Reese. If given a magnifying glass, would it be dangerous to say an ant? I'm trying to establish whether or not it is a human child. They're the worst.
Perhaps at another stage
real.
of its maturity, if it had an appendage to hold the magnifying glass, and
It had no appendages. It's a worm child.
and there were a nearby star of whose radiation to amplify with the magnifying glass in the direction of the ant, the child.
Yes. I think we understand, Reese.
Oh
It's,
my god. It's a worm baby that's been raised by a robot in space.
Dr. Z, why don't you go look in case it's like you?
Dr. Z,
All right.
I shall follow straight behind. Artillery at the ready. If we must, we will burn it with fire.
Who's going to keep the ship in steady flight?
Ship, keep yourself in steady flight.
All right. That sorts that then.
Cleo,
I'm gonna
calm
be
yourself,
behind
bear.
you guys. I'm gonna be behind you guys.
Yes, way behind. Like the office.
I already did this part for the food.
Yeah. I will stick out my scalpel then.
It's gonna have to be.
I'll pull out the energy scalpel and start walking towards, kind of slowly towards the Kobe.
Herodotus leans over to the fish and says, yes, she'll behind us. She'll be behind us. Like the officers were behind us in the campaign of Guadalupe.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry about
About
it.
4 or
I'm
5
coming.
miles behind us.
Yeah.
What happened at that battle, Herodotus?
Bears. Bears everywhere.
Yeah. Like bears happened, you know.
Oh, in so many ways, I'll tell you later. Just remember, the bears are coming.
I will walk towards this thing.
The
then.
world turned upside down.
All right, so as you're leaving, the ship is still rising up into a hover. It's bursting out of the trash mound. Creaking has kind of ceased. Now you can just hear a clattering and clumbering as more and more trash falls off. The windscreen, although still filthy as hell, seeing more and more of the outside landscape now. The ship rises right out of the trash and just hovers there, maybe 2 or 3 meters above the top of the mound.
Reese, maybe a little bit higher. We did get attacked by some type of mouthy worm creature.
Very good, Dr. Zafrey.
Dr. Z's fine.
Dr. Z.
Reese,
Yes, Commodore Herodotus.
I'd like an inventory of your armament and the readiness of each piece, if you would not mind terribly much. Come now, on the double.
In the storage room at the rear of my right-hand wing section, you will find several standard issue blaster pistols.
Yeah, very good. That's it?
The ship is well equipped with exterior blasters. I am afraid the rest of my stores are depleted.
Very well. And these blasters, they are at our disposition, are they?
A what?
These blasters, are they at our so-called disposition?
Disposition. Or disposal.
Oh, throw me the dictionary and go to hell, you robotic maniac. I'll shoot you in the Facebook.
Yeah, I keep the energy blade scalpel pointed forward and creep closer and closer towards this medical bay.
Okay, as you walk to the medical bay, as you approach the doors, upon Reese's basic visitor etiquette open up, and you can see it's still like a rather large wedge-shaped to sort of fit to the curvature of the wings of the ship. In it, there are multiple sort of glass tubes, small sort of treatment pods.
Yeah.
There's also a few sort of observation tables and lots of shelving and lockers. But one of the tubes in the dead center of the room, it doesn't seem to be transparent. The whole tube is just filled with a thick, dark grey mist. It seems to be like green, sticky sludge sticking to the lower section of the glass.
Ugh. Okay, I'll walk over to it and start clearing the sticky section away.
So the whole thing is sealed inside a glass tube at the moment that reaches from the floor to the ceiling.
Ah, okay, so do I need to do a knowledge roll or something to figure out what to do, how to interface with this?
I think I just a medical roll.
A medical kit roll?
Yeah, you're a doctor after all.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural one.
No, that's only on the amount healed though, and you're not actually using a medical kit. You're just using your medical technology knowledge.
Ah, so I rolled a 12.
So you can see this seems to be quite archaic technology. Medical kits have come a long way. It's definitely some manner of like automatic life support tube. And you feel relatively confident that if you were to interface with the ship or simply use the panel on the side of it, that you would be able to work it out.
Well, then I'll walk over to that and start doing that then. Cleo, Herodotus, at the ready. Don't know how dangerous this young thing might be. I'll interface with the medical panel.
Cleo's just looking around from the corner.
Can I set the field artillery up and kind of prepare it?
Yeah.
In the ship?
Yeah.
Go on, Harry. Go on. You can't be too
the
safe.
bottles of pot. That's what we have the wrens for, don't you know?
You can't be more safe. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Exactly.
So Herodotus
Use a fork, for example.
setting up like
Absolutely.
a bloody high-tech mortar. Cleo cowering behind as Dr. Z opens up the life support pod.
Right.
Yes.
Ow!
And the
Whoever's
glass,
in there, come out in surrender form.
the glass slowly descends from the top. The entire tube down into the ground. The smoke or the steam immediately begins escaping out into the room. A very strong fungal scent once more. It actually smells quite similar to the makeshift tobacco that Herodotus was smoking.
What?
No. Was that
That's
smoke?
it. That's it. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball.
So is Cleo running away? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. You can do that Scooby-Doo sound check.
Well, not that one, because that's copyright.
And a small vent in the wall actually begins to suck all that smoke away as Reese has noticed the change in the atmosphere. But as the glass continues to go down, you can see the sticky sludge is like unsticking itself from the glass as it's sliding down. As the steam smoke finally begins to clear properly, you can see a very large, almost up to the knees of a human, egg.
Herodotus
Egg.
roars after Cleo. Come back here, your sign, your zapper.
And it's a sort of a pale beige kind of color, quite leathery looking.
Oh, Lord.
But is affixed to the bottom of the pod with a green sludge that sort of extends out.
Can I do a quick scan of it? And then I also want to, while scanning, speak out to Reese. Reese, do you know what this egg is?
Is this like a psionic scan?
Yeah, why not?
Telepathically.
I'll do a telepathy scan. That's a 19.
Oh, bloody hell.
14 plus 5.
Via telepathy, which of course works a lot quicker than talking, you can sense a consciousness in there, an intelligent life form, but that has never experienced life. It is an absolute infant. It is a dormant, unhatched egg, and although it has like a slightly developed brain in there, it has no sense of time, no memories whatsoever. There's very little to be gleamed from it.
What is it, Doctor?
I think you're safe to pack up that gun. It's still quite dormant. But
Yes.
if it should ever hatch, Herodotus, be at the ready.
Are you sure, Doctor? Or is that what it wants you to say? Has it taken control of you? Tell me something only the Doctor would know.
You're a pompous fool.
Everyone knows that. How now?
If I may,
Play fair and don't play at all.
You're a pompous fool and you don't very much enjoy smoking. You just do it for the look of it. You think it makes you look cool.
How dare you, sir? How could you have... He knew. It must be the Doctor. Very well. Back up the artillery troop. We shan't be needing it for the next 10 years. Pitt the Elder said so verily after the disaster. Very Lord.
He says as he stumbles away back to his pilot chair. Whoa.
Woe betide me. What has become of old Herodotus?
Captain Reese told me you visitors would be very pleased to meet this young visitor. I hope it pleases you.
No, what did Captain Reese know anyway? He didn't know us.
Oh, he assured me you would come and I would make you comfortable.
Well, I'm not comfortable. Oh, give me England or give me death.
So I'll just open up a comm link to the bridge and continue doing studies and tests on this egg.
Very well.
All right. So Herodotus, back in the pilot's chair, Reese has provided the necessary controls for a humanoid two-limbed configuration. It's essentially sort of a half-moon shaped steering wheel, a few basic switches and knobs. It's not a lot, it seems, has changed in human starship design, even over thousands of years. It still somewhat resembles, kind of an automatic car.
Cool.
I'm hiding.
Has Cleo got run to hide in a new location, or just sort of
Well, I was kind of in the hallway for a while, looking around the corner. But I backed away, and now I'm closer to the bridge again. But I didn't want to be in there alone.
No, but I'm there now.
Kind of in the middle. Because I don't want to be anywhere now. I'm stressed. The bear instincts are kicking in, and I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
Is Cleo joining Herodotus in the cockpit?
So Z is in there with that. Yeah. That's-
Okay. I thought it was a different room. Sorry.
I'm going to go back to my bench now, I think.
Oh, okay. Herodotus is sitting and kind of talking to himself, going, how could it know? It knows too much. Does the Doctor, what else does he know? Does he know about him? Them? Oh, prescience of dark pasts. Oh, I can't let it get out. Must I kill the Doctor? It bears not thinking of. Yet on the other hand, my good name and reputation is worth more than a life. It's worth my lifetime, and my children's, and my children's children's, and my children's 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 children's.
Herodotus, I just want you to know that I can hear you.
What?
Yes, the comm link's still open.
It knows.
It's not telepathy anymore. It's just straight radio frequency.
I can read my mind. It's inside my head. Out of my mind, demon. Out of my mind. Fish demon.
You take it off auto voice capture and change it to push to talk. Or mumble. Maybe I won't understand you if you mumble.
Maybe you can turn off it in your sight. Either that or I blast apart the cockpit. Do it now, sir.
Okay, so Herodotus can see basically back the way you've come, and there's the opening that heads up. There's a bit of light coming out of it. The great big chasm which Cleo descended down a couple hours ago.
Descended's a nice way of saying
Delusions of aeronautical grandeur.
It does look like a very tight fit for a dragon class vessel. Though it's quite a wide wingspan. This particular starship.
Well, Cleo, find a gun.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, find a gun. Make it bigger.
No.
Why do I need a gun now?
Because we're in
Are we
the
gonna
spaceship.
kill it
I think he's talking about opening up a bigger hole.
and shoot inside?
Do we want to radio in that we're coming through hot and that they should clear the area, or do we want to just blast a hole and fly out?
Gun
Well,
is
here's,
blazing,
like-
I say.
Can I share like an overarching thought that I keep having about this whole thing?
What's that?
No.
I mean, it's a big thought, so maybe it's not appropriate, but I'm going to say it. Listen, we are supposed to give this ship to the guy, right?
No, we were supposed to remove whatever the thing was. So we don't know.
So he might just want the egg.
We don't know what he wants off this ship yet, but he wanted
but he doesn't necessarily want the ship.
Yeah, we don't know yet, but we just know that it was from the
no.
coordinates, which is the ship.
You
Alright.
realize what's happening.
He's probably going to take the egg. Yeah,
This is a Baby Yoda thing.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
watched it yet.
You kind of get it though, Baby Yoda.
I do get it, but Cleo,
Lord Wolf
you
and
did
Cub.
run away from it, so
Well, now I'm changing my mind now that I know somebody wants it. Well, the story here is that I'm feeling really concerned about it right now, but the minute that I see somebody have interest in it, I might want it back.
did you even see that it was an egg, or did you run away as soon as the tube opened?
I ran away before we saw what it was. I'm too scared about it. But listen, I don't think we should call ahead. I think we should just roll on up. That's my vote.
I'm down with.
The reason why I was asking, because if you blast a hole, it might hit one of them as well. But I don't.
well.
I
Lucky
don't
shot.
care.
I mean,
don't
this
care,
is
so
also a potential concern.
I'm not concerned about
I'm
it.
not concerned. No.
All right, I've given you all another button for firing the Grey Dragon's blasters.
Oh, Grey Dragon Blaster.
Blaster.
Oh, look at that. Okay, here we go. Bam.
Whoa.
Oh, 16.
Hot dog.
Okay, a modified 16 though.
Still.
Nope. You're right.
So the Grey Dragons, the fronts of which there are 4 in fact. They're all accessed from the bridge. You sort of go down a little ladder into an undersection where you can get into these little blaster ports.
Are they like World War II bomber style, like egg, little like spheres?
Yeah, little sphere dome things.
Ah, cool.
Is this like a Star Wars New Hope?
So they make like the
Yeah.
4 eyes of the dragon if you were to look at the ship from the outside.
Oh, very cool.
Excellent.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right.
I just pictured toothless.
This isn't really designed for comfy sitting, so it's like a really sort of, just like a big L-shaped chair thing with the rubberization that Cleo fits in actually really well. Although when one gets excited firing these things, you can also stand up and sort of move about the little bubble.
You found a seat that fits you, Cleo.
Excellent.
But as the ship approaches the hole and Cleo takes aim with the blasters, she takes aim well. And she just starts blasting away, and this thing fires big bolts. These are, as big as Herodotus's little land cannon is. These things are serious. They'll take out a humanoid with a well-aimed shot in an instant.
Oh, shit.
And against sort of the trash walls of the space station, which doesn't have any shielding from the side, it's a very simple matter to just start blasting the hole bigger as Herodotus takes the ship up. But that one Darks, whose name was Rave, but you never even asked him.
We never asked his name.
The Dark
no.
spy,
We weren't really interested.
one of Diet's compatriots, been waiting at the abandoned building, and he's been muttering to himself about how you can't find decent criminals these days who actually take the job seriously, and he's like, shaking his head. He's absolutely certain that Cleo died as soon as she landed at the bottom, and that the other two probably come to a similar fate down there. He's considering going back to Dietz and trying to find someone else to brave the area, when all of a sudden he hears a hum of the ship beneath, and he peers down down the hole
It's like Tremors.
just in time to hear the powering up of a massive blaster cannon. And as his
Wait, do we need to roll to see if he dies?
well, I mean, I'm gonna make a roll here. His mouth widening as he immediately dives away from the hole to take cover. He's rolled a 21 on his dexterity save.
Oh, god damn it.
Nice.
It's good news for him.
Looks like motherfucker's gonna live.
So blasting this out, there's dust and rubble and shards of shrapnel as the mostly metal exterior is just blasted apart by the cannons. Cleo taking multiple shots as Herodotus pilots the thing up through there. The filthy windshield is getting almost sandblasted by all the shrapnel. It's kind of cleaning it up a bit.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome.
As meanwhile, Dr. Zafre has been continuing to study the egg.
Yeah, and just interface with Reese as well, and just try and figure out a little bit more of our current situation and who Reese is and who this egg might be.
Horatio inquires over the comms. Speaking of eggs, I could do with an omelette. How does it look in that regard?
This is funny because Reese's does eggs during the spring.
What?
Well, like a
Okay.
Reese's, like a peanut butter egg for Easter.
Yeah.
I've never come across it, but that sounds good.
Yep. I just when I started to communicate it, I realized that there wasn't as much information there as I originally felt, and it slowed down a lot.
Nope.
So Dr. Z, like looking in sort of Reese's banks, which are an open book. It seems as though like Reese, as far as you can tell, isn't really attempting to hide anything, but there's very little in the way of record keeping. There's the basic ship's manifest. It seems to be all that's been maintained, and it's got a tremendous amount of information. It's every time a door opened, every time a shield was engaged, every time food was synthesized. It's got an ongoing data log of the life support of the egg, which you can tell has been here for this entire time. It's been here for over 2,000 years.
Herodotus, afraid to say that we have no chance of synthesizing your eggs, but I'm sure once we have finished this mission and claimed that 2,500 each, you'll be able to buy yourself some real eggs.
Oh, very well. Will you buy me an omelette, fishman?
No.
Well, you try to open yourself up to people, you know, try to be...
I'll share a drink, but I don't think you'll like the fish food that I partake in.
Well, that would be cannibalism on your part, wouldn't it?
No.
I said omelette, not fish.
Now, as Herodotus opens up, blasts his way up through the widened hole, up into the lower floor of an apartment building. Suddenly, there's a lot less maneuverability. He's going to have to make a piloting roll just to avoid smashing into the ceiling.
Oh, this is gonna go real well.
Oh, this is amazing.
Here we go.
Okay, piloting. There we go.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
Wow, cool.
Ooh.
by the skin of his teeth, Herodotus manages to pull down and get back into a hover just before the top of the Grey Dragon clinks lightly onto the ceiling of this lower floor. You can sort of see now in here, there's metal, rubble, and shrapnel everywhere as the hole's been blasted open to the size of the entire floor of this lobby. Standing, like, really, like, shakily and just bleeding slightly, teal blue blood, very, very dusty and dirty and slightly singed, you see the dark spy. A bit shaken with his mouth gaping open as he stares into the cockpit at you.
Yeah, steady on, lad. You didn't think you'd see us again, did you?
God,
Is his voice magnified over the ship's speakers?
Reese, he's very good at spotting what needs to be done. So in addition to opening doors as you reach them, he has in fact run Herodotus's voice from the bridge out the front of the ship.
Ooh, amplification.
You damn bastards, what are you doing?
Exactly what you asked us. We are here to collect, my good boy.
By the gods of Darks, we own this building. How are you supposed to get out?
That's for you to figure out, my boy. As the young people say nowadays, bitch better have my money.
Well, look, is this even the right ship?
It is beyond any doubt. This is the right ship.
Do I hear any of this this communication happening?
You wouldn't really be hearing this if Herodotus has turned off his intercom.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Is this even the right ship? Oh, because you couldn't sling a cat without hitting one down there. Lord.
Fine. Just you can blast your way out. Just wait for me to get clear this time.
You heard him, ship. We can blast our way out. Do it.
He like yelps and makes a run for it.
Post haste. Fire at will.
It's Cleo who's shooting.
Oh right. Come on, you sign.
Gun sounds.
You don't need to do that. I'm going to add the gun sounds.
What, you don't like my gun? Do I need to roll again, or am I still good? Can I still ride that 20?
Yeah, I mean,
or that
well, it's
14?
also like you're just
Fine,
trying to blow
16.
down a wall that's right in front of you. So yeah, you're not gonna miss no matter what you roll.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna lean extra into this one.
so just blasting away out the wall.
Ooh, yeah!
Cleo makes real quick work of it. There's a bit of a commotion, a bit of a yelling and yelping from outside. And as the wall crumbles down and the dust settles, you see there's doesn't appear to be anyone injured outside, although there are some people sort of like quivering in the doorways and the building opposite looking out. You can see the building opposite as well has now been big burnt singed spots where extraneous blaster fire fired through the holes in the wall. But the opposite building doesn't seem to be too damaged, and you are in the middle of a slum after all, so it was already pretty damaged in the first place.
What was the name of the bar of the dude who hired us?
It's a good question. I never named that bar.
Okay, what's the name of the dude that hired us?
Dietz.
Dietz.
Dietz. The synthetic.
Dietz's trash pit.
Herodotus uses the amplification system to kind of shout out a public service announcement. Like, all of you unfortunately affected by current circumstances, take your problems to Dietz. He'll pay.
Tail up, stinger out.
You can see scampering down the road back in the direction of the bar. The Dark Spy is just like shaking his head in disbelief as he casts one look back at the ship and then runs, obviously trying to race you back there.
All right, ship, do you hear me?
Yes, Herodotus, but please, call me Reese. I enjoy having a
Reese,
name.
very good.
Oh my God.
Reese, my good friend, Reese. Do you see that good-for-nothing scallywag scampering along the Scalunious lane over there?
Yes,
If you can outpace the poltroon and take us to the final destination before he can arrive, and if you can, in so doing, incapacitate him further, much be the praise to you.
very well. I know not the final destination, but I can use my intelligence to follow him from ahead.
Is my map still active? I guess my map was coming from my arm before.
Projecting
but,
from your suit, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you possibly take out his knees as well?
What did he ever do to you?
He's gonna tell on us.
He's not going to tell on us. He's going to
He's
tell
gonna tell
tell
Why
on
do you think
us?
he's racing us back there?
He's the one who gave, who
fuck
gave
off,
us
Doctor.
access to the
You
mission.
believe too much in people.
You
Trust me on this.
He's going to tell us.
He's not a good guy.
You're so blind you could miss a crawdad playing cards with Ray Charles.
Oh my god.
I am afraid Cleo must make the shot. I am not equipped as a combat intelligence.
Very well, Cleo.
But the ship hovers ahead and it's like, maintaining a speed so that the Darks is trapped in the shadow of it. And whichever way he runs, the ship seems to maneuver as quickly as he changes direction to stay.
Cleo, can you clip the little birdie's wing?
Now, boss, if I shoot at him, it ain't gonna clip.
This is true.
Are you
These
sure?
blasters, they're quite
Any
big.
way of stopping him, impermanently?
Not with this.
Allow me to try something.
And the ship slowly descends as the Darks is like, And he's trying to take cover, he's trying to run somewhere, but again the ship keeps going, and it suddenly realizes that running down the street he's never going to outmaneuver this thing, because the artificial intelligence can project where he's going to go quicker than he can decide it. So he makes a run for one of the buildings to the side, picking a door seemingly at random. But again, Reese slightly tilts the ship so that the wing blocks his entrance, and as the ship is coming down, he's finally left almost on his hands and knees as the ship nudges him on the back, hovering just above.
Oh, so the ship is kind of pinning him to the ground?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah, perfect. That's a very good ship. Very good ship. Ah, very good indeed. Good Reeves. Good Reeves.
Reese.
Now, Reese, whatever. Reese, project for me. How long do you think you can keep him here?
I project I can keep this man trapped here for 7 days before he will die.
Very good. Now, how long will you keep him here?
I am keeping him here.
Very good. Very good. All right. I do believe we can hoof it the rest of the way, as they say.
And the ship gently raises up again, and you can see now the pathetic whimpering form holding his back, looking a bit disheveled as he just limps into the nearest building, looking back at the ship dejectedly.
Very well. Now at least he shan't interrupt us with stories of ineptitude. We've saved face. It is a victory.
All right, you've very much cleared the streets now. People like looking at this big ass starship just sort of sailing down the street. But in short order, you're able to fly significantly faster than hover speed in these relatively wide streets/corridors underneath the artificial sky of Midspace back to Deet's Tavern, which I do need to give it an official name, don't I? Should we call it Deet's Sweets?
The cesspool.
Deet's Sweet.
Deet's Sweets.
Trash cavern.
Deet's Sweet. Oh yeah, of course it's Deet's Sweet. S-U-I-T-E.
Of course, that's where
Oh, that
Herodotus
does
was hanging
sound-
out.
That does sound fancier than mine.
Yeah.
The cesspool.
The worm pit, the trash cavern, the cesspool.
Now, there's no appropriate docking station for a ship of this size outside the tavern.
Yeah, obviously
Outside
not.
Deet's Sweet. You're able to sort of just park it in the street directly outside, I suppose.
Is the street big enough?
It's a funny sight.
But as you pull up, you see the doors are already open, and Deetz himself is standing in the doorway with a sort of inscrutable synthetic head looking in your direction. But behind him, there's a tall sort of looming figure in the shadows of the bar, and the figure it's taller even than the doorway, but you can sort of see it's got quite a long torso and multiple limbs, standing just
Accompanying Deets.
out of sight behind Deetz in the doorway.
Oh,
We can see it, but it's out of sight.
It was just sort of a shadow, really. Like, yeah, you can see this immensely tall humanoid form standing behind Deetz in the doorway.
Yeah.
Should we roll perception?
Something smells fishy here, and I do not think it's the doctor.
It ain't me either.
It could have been your lunch.
And Dr. Z, I guess, can tell that you've arrived at the destination as the ship landed.
Yeah, so what have I learnt during this time about the egg and
So-
about
Not much.
From Reese, you've gained very little information. From sort of just basic medical knowledge, and from examining this egg, it seems, again, it's a bit confusing because it's like a really large wraith egg. So the wraith are the other major dominant species aside from humans and
They come
synthetics.
out of eggs?
And they do.
Oh,
they're
shit.
birthed from eggs.
Sick.
Their eggs look a lot like this, but they're significantly smaller. This thing is like a good 4 times the size of a wraith egg, which means it's maybe it's a giant wraith egg. That's the best you can tell.
All right, I'm going to maybe
Toss it out.
hide the egg. Reese, we've been commissioned to find something from the coordinates I gave you before. Now, it could be that they're looking for this egg, or it could be that they're looking for you. What do you think?
If any other visitors were looking for me, it would be to meet Captain Reese or the small visitor that you observe.
Now, is Captain Reese on this ship?
Captain Reese left long ago.
Okay, now, can we hide the egg? Can we,
Yeah, I mean,
can we put it in a different medical tube somewhere?
yeah, the medical tubes in this room are all kind of the same. You could hide it in another part of the ship, perhaps, or there's
What about a compartment?
there's lockers
Like a
all in this
storage.
room.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't even explored the ship.
Now, Reese, I want to hide this egg. Not for long, few hours at most.
Hide it behind Cleo.
Yeah, I guess so. Cleo's very scary.
But then I can't move for 3 hours.
That might be for the best.
Also, you ran away fucking terrified
but it
before,
does seem
so...
like a thing that would work. Like if I'm in front of the egg, who's gonna ask me to move?
If I were to move this egg now, Reese, would it be detrimental to its health?
Its survival is not dependent on the tube.
Alright. Take it out to the bench where Cleo is.
Am I in the turret right now?
Yeah, Cleo's
Oh,
in,
yeah, you're in
Cleo's
the
in the
turret.
gun turret.
Bloody hell.
Which is a better location because it's like a pit.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna come over to the turret. Cleo, open your arms.
Well, now what you got? What you got there, Dr. Z?
I'm gonna drop the egg into her arms. Catch!
Hold on.
Cleo is, of course, very clumsy.
Oh shit, that's true. Okay,
Oh shit.
So maybe let's get a dexterity check from Cleo.
No, this is sounding very dangerous.
It's too late. It's too late.
Too
I have
late.
to do a dexterity check.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's a 4. Dexterity
Yeah,
check.
Cleo's got a -5 on hers, so that's why it's so low so easily.
Well, what if
You're both thoroughly incompetent in this situation, as Dr. Z doesn't give a very good pass, and
These are two like really
I forget that.
poorly athletic individuals
with the
trying to throw
big
a ball.
clumsy bear claws, Cleo does snatch at the egg, touching at its leathery surface and putting a bit of a spin on the egg as it falls down.
Ew, it's leathery.
Yes, it's quite leathery.
Ew.
Leathery and beige coloured.
Oh well, maybe it'll survive.
And
Let's hope
it lands with a rather sickening splat sound, not bouncing, as it just plops onto the bottom of the turret pit.
no.
Oh my god.
And it looks...
Is it broken?
It doesn't look as though it's cracked open, but there was an unpleasant splatting sound as it hit.
I just rolled for perception and I rolled an 18. So I'm gonna assume that I heard that.
Yep, you've definitely heard that.
Oh, I see. So now you're making omelets?
Oh.
No, not when older relatives ask, do you? But no, the moment I have something to do with it, then you're indulging in the culinary arts, aren't you?
In that sort of bubble that Cleo's in, the egg is now visible on the lower section of the eyeball bubble in the ship. And
Oh my god.
And Dietz, with a flick of his head immediately towards that eyeball, sensing the motion with his
What the fuck?
cold artificial senses.
That went 10 times worse than I ever imagined.
Yeah.
I didn't think this could happen.
Like smart planning to like complete fuck up.
We had like a cool thing going, and now I didn't even realize there was a fucking window.
Yeah, good thing we didn't bring him a fucking picture.
So like the four guns, they are these fishbowl eyeballs on the head of the dragon.
Yeah, I got that, but fuck. Okay, cool. What next?
So Dietz has seen the egg, and he
Great.
takes a step forward, and the figure behind him crouches down with two of its long arms, pulls itself out of the doorway.
Oh.
Angrily.
It's really big. It's a good 10 feet tall.
Oh.
As it
Well, goodness me.
As it extracts itself from the bar and stands to its full height, you spot what is recognizable to all three of you as a Wraith Monarch.
Oh,
Awesome.
Blast
you guys
it.
remember when we thought I was the scariest thing in this equation?
yep. Bear! Fire at will.
The,
Well, now hold on.
so the Wraith, they're sort of tall, pale aliens. They're very powerful. They're kind of Luddites. They tend to stay away from technology and focus on their tense physical prowess. They are generally significantly faster than any other humanoids. The Monarchs, very durable and usually have multiple secondary mutations. So the Wraith, as they age, they do develop additional abilities based on their lifestyle and their environment. The monarchs are the breeding elite that lay all the eggs that the Wraith come from.
Has Herodotus served in any campaigns against these?
Well, no, at present, Human Empire, the Wraith, and the Synthetics are all in a kind of Cold War. Like, there's been no official battles. So Herodotus...
For how long? Like, has he never fought them ever?
I mean, Herodotus wouldn't have fought them in any official capacity, although they're one of the more prolific species. So, like, private armies and skirmishes and stuff, the kind, kind of peacekeeping that Herodotus would actually have been sent on. Almost certainly, yes, he's faced the Wraith before, although never a Wraith monarch, because they tend to stay back in the home worlds. They're not really combat individuals. They're the ruling and breeding class.
All right, Herodotus screams to Cleo, "Blast it, bear! Blast it!"
It just saw us drop its chow.
Right, it's gonna be angry. Shoot it.
But I still want paid, Harry.
Right. The monarch is not the one paying us, you dumb cop. Now shoot.
The monarch...
Harry, I got things to buy. Help.
The monarch, at this point, puts up all four of its arms, holding up in front of its hands in a sort of a universal sign of, wait, don't shoot.
Bloody hell. Parley! When has this ever turned well for our side? They start speaking, we start listening, and suddenly it's peace and love. Shoot it now.
She hisses with a raspy sort of tone.
Don't hurt it. We still have a deal, don't we? You'll be paid in full as long as the infant is proffered to me unharmed.
I think it might be too late for that.
Can Cleo roll some sort of perception to see, like, if it's still an unharmed, if it's okay?
Yep. Do me a medical.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I don't think that's one of the things I'm good at.
It's not one of the things you're good at, but it's not something you're exceptionally bad at either.
Okay, let's see. Well,
giving
it's 14.
Giving the thing a once over,
good.
Cleo can see, perhaps to relief considering the awkward standoff right now, because Dietz has been, with a creepy robot precision, he's actually been darting around to one side quite quickly and smoothly along the wall.
Ew, lock the ship up. Fuck that.
But the egg does seem to be unharmed. Its leathery exterior seems to be able to take shocks, like it's flattened against glass on one side and then popped back out again.
Cleo's gonna hold a paw up to the window. All right, everything's okay. But don't come on here. We're gonna bring it out to you. All right?
Insubordinate bear. Very well, we'll do it your way.
Harry, we want this thing off our ship so that she doesn't come on here. Do you understand? I don't want that on here.
Do you understand that I can just fly away? Oh, God, the old days.
Let her hand over the money, and we will just roll this nasty little thing right out the door.
The Wraith just nods with a glare in its big red eyes, and you can see Dietz has shuffled rather quietly along the edge of the wall, creeping around the back of the ship towards the entrance in the docking bay.
I'm really stressed about that.
Dietz, money, please. Hand it over, you rapscallion.
Wait, where's Dr. Z?
Yeah, if the egg's no longer with me, then would I have seen any of that through the gun shooting hole?
Well, you're the one that came over and dropped it in my hole.
I
don't know if I could see through the hole.
To be able to drop
right?
it to Cleo, you wouldn't have to see it through the hole because you're up on the upper level in the bridge.
All right, then I'm at the docking bay waiting for Dietz then.
Okay, so should I bring you the egg?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna have like the egg in one arm.
Like football.
And I'm gonna be like holding my gun in the other hand, like ready to go.
I'll have my energy blade out.
So egg is like curled in my arm next to my chest, and I've got my like gun ready so I can like just jam it on my hip to fire off a round.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna hand it to you, and I'm not gonna hand it to them either. I'm just gonna be in the like opening, and I'm gonna wait and see what happens, because we should probably get the money before we hand over this egg.
Yeah, Herodotus feeling a strange and sort of surprising compulsion to support his Ursine friend. Sets up the field artillery to cover.
All right. So you're all packing heat around the entrance.
Around this fucking egg.
Visitors, would you like me to open the main door?
Reed, do you have internal defensive measures?
I have not.
What good are you? All right, open it up.
The stairwell opens up and descends to the street below, and as it clatters to the ground beneath, you see the mechanical, mottled, coloured legs of Dietz step up to the front step, but not.
Whoa.
He doesn't take a step inside. He stands there at the bottom.
Good.
He's like,
Deets.
Princess Zuzu will still.
what voice did I do for Dietz? I just did a really monotone, didn't I? Was it sort of deep?
It was your classic, like, NPC voice, you know?
It's just my voice, but a little bit more dramatic.
Exactly, yeah. yeah.
Princess Zuzu is still willing to continue with the deal as planned upon safe receipt of the egg.
Well, that's all well and good now, Deets, but if we ain't allowed in your bar, you sure as hell ain't allowed on this ship. Now, she better have some cash for us, and she gonna lay it right down there on the stairs. And that's it. That's how we're doing it.
I have the money. Bring me the
Let's
egg.
see it.
Bring us the
Here I
money
am.
first, you untrustful flabagoon.
You can see the egg right here in my little bare arm.
Yes, exactly. It's there in your little bare arms. Can't you see it? Are you blind, sir?
Dietz compacts his body and ducks down, his head, his eyeless robot head, coming in sight now as his one good, powerful arm unsheathes an array of weapons, and his other arm reaches behind him and pulls forward, and you can see he's got a crate, a perfectly cubic crate you can see is absolutely packed with small vials of liquid that represent credits in the galaxy.
Careful now, careful. I've got you fixed with my iron sights. You take one false move and I will decimate you like the Somme.
Amen. Tail up, stinger out, Harry.
We got you dead to rights, sir.
I'll have my energy blade out as well now, kind of hovering just away from his neck, just like, careful now.
All right, Dr. Z, are we happy with that case?
Can he kick it over?
When have I ever not paid?
Yes, but when have you ever paid triple?
Princess Zuzu is more than happy with the deal.
Well, we just want to make sure that we is happy as well.
Exactly. Pass those credits over.
Dietz just keeps staring at you inscrutably, but at that point, you can hear Princess Zuzu, the Wraith Monarch, fuming. She's like, "Give them the damn credits!"
That's right. Listen to the lady. You gentlemen.
And Dietz smoothly, quickly drops the crate down onto the lower step and takes just the slightest minute step back, his weaponized arm still activated.
Can I send a computer message, like something silent, I guess, not speaking aloud, but something to the computer saying, Reese, is this what Reese wanted?
Reese said we would make friends with the visitors by introducing them to the young visitor you carry.
Oh my god.
Okay, can
Reese
I
doesn't want us to give the egg
can
up.
I ask that question again, but link in the communications with Herodotus and Cleo? Reese, would Reese want us to do this?
The machinations of my captain are outside of my understanding, Dr. Z.
Our characters have been like bastards, you know, they've been like absolute scumbags as well. Now,
Yeah.
so I'm very confused as to what to do right now.
I was gonna ask Reese what he wants to do.
Could we ask, like, if Reese thinks these people have good intentions for the egg, like, if this is safe?
Yeah, that's what I was asking
You
with.
was asking if the captain wanted that, but I want to ask Reese.
Oh, you're asking Reese. Oh, sorry, that's the confusion of having the same name.
I'm trying to break the mold and keep and like treat Reese as a person and rely sort of passively on the idea that that's overwhelming him, her, it, whatever.
I'm kind of
emotional.
into
I'm into
that
I'm into
idea
that as
of
well,
us
yeah.
rallying to the ship
Yeah.
Yeah.
and going like, fuck
Reese.
y'all, we're taking the money and blast it.
Yeah. Reese, is it your wish that we hand over the... I refuse to call it an infant. The egg?
It is my least favorite visitor.
It is your least favorite visitor.
Well, hush.
Dick, we're finally trying to be
Reese.
good people, and you're like really making it hard here, buddy.
Tell me more, Reese. Why is he your least favorite visitor?
He is my least favorite visitor because Herodotus, my best friend, is my favorite visitor,
Ah, very good. Very good.
followed by
What do
Cleo
I say? I don't mind the little egglet.
and Dr. Z, who are also my best friends and visitors. The fourth visitor has interacted with me so little.
Okay.
You say the fourth visitor. Did he come on board after us?
I must clarify, my fourth favorite and least favorite visitor.
Ah, very well. So, is it therefore your wish that we let? I mean, I guess I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. They're gonna kill the egg, right?
But what if that's its mother?
What if it isn't?
Yeah.
This is a cold, dead, hard universe, my friend. You can't just assume that every lost little duckling is gonna go home to a lovely little duckling home where they're gonna be taken care of and loved the way they
Oh my
deserve.
god.
No, ma'am.
Is Herodotus
Yes, sir.
breaking? Herodotus is breaking. His cold hard
God.
exterior is breaking.
We found it so precious, so alone. Are we just going to hand it over and assume that all shall be okay as we enjoy the spoils of our adventure? Can we do this, sir? No, sir. I say we damn the cash and take the egg. What adventure, eh?
I mean, you're in a position to take both because the egg is in the step, but
Very good.
Okay, wait. Can we reach that chest?
Oh, it's in my arms. I'm counting it.
yeah, like
Okay.
it's literally it's been offered to you, like, because obviously the Wraith wants the egg so badly, she's willing to risk you fleeing with the cash.
Very well, I
Okay,
say.
so-
Now that we have both, I hold no allegiance to Dietz or whatever. We can find a new bar, can't we? I mean, we have a bloody dragon. Isn't it supposed to be magic? Isn't that what magic is for? Solve problems.
Cleo's looking between Dr. Z and Herodotus.
This is a pivot point right here.
I feel like I'm the coldest of all of us. I really don't care too much about
But
Do we want the
if
egg?
you keep it, you're gonna have to look after it.
Yeah. Well,
could-
Herodotus
what if
is
it
totally
grows up
sold on
to-
it now. So he's appealing to the captain, to the doctor. It's like, Doctor, did you not swear an oath to the sanctity of life? Damn it, sir! If this is not the very epitome of that oath, then what is it all for, eh?
Deets.
Whatever
what
comes out of
is-
the egg is Devin.
Yeah, exactly. Deets. What is your purpose with this egg?
Dietz, what is best in life?
Dietz quickly looks at his head turning with his horrible sort of, arachnid speed, looking back over at the Wraith, and he says,
Princess,
and she's just like, just tell them. Dietz looks back over again.
the Princess Zuzu has been controlling the underworld element on this station for some time. Her lifespan is approaching its end. She requires an heir to continue on. And being an exile from the Wraith Empire, she finds it difficult to get her hands on a monarch egg.
Oh shit! This is a fucking Willow situation, people.
Wait! So we are to doom this innocent being to a life of muck and grime, the murder of the underworld? This is not honorable.
But
I don't know, that sounds like our
yeah, it sounds
life.
like that sounds like who we are, Herodotus.
Very well. Did we not at one point in our lives deserve a chance at something better? It is not its fault that we squandered our chance.
I feel like we've talked about this for so long that we have to keep it just so that we can be like, fuck you!
That is kind of what I'm going for.
I'm open for both ideas. I
I
mean,
did not expect any of this.
I feel like if we were to stay, we could be close and be like a good influence for it and try and
But these people are not going to be friendly to us and let us see
That's
it.
true,
Dietz
that's true.
hates us, and this lady is probably real fed up.
This sort of this Mexican standoff.
Yeah, it's totally a Mexican standoff right now.
Cleo is going to lean forward. I don't know.
Herodotus levels the fucking field artillery and goes, Doctor, step back upon the ship. We are leaving.
I'm already on the ship.
But you were about to step off.
But you're in the stairwell,
No,
aren't you?
you're
like,
just telling
having
him to
grabbed the
step
thing.
back
Yeah.
because
Oh, okay, I'll step back, but I'm bringing the credits with me. I'm holding the crate of credits.
Yeah. Hold on to your lily whites. Broto shouts as he communicates with the ship. Take us out of here, quick as you can. Best friend.
Dietz is like crouched in like
So crazy.
like an action pose, like he's ready to strike, but utterly unmoving. The only thing, his head sort of bobbing, twitching left and right, and occasionally glancing back at the Wraith. She has started darting around the back of the ship as well, coming in to back up Dietz as it's looking as though this is going really poorly. At which point, the ship quickly fires up, raising into a hover, the door closing behind as Dietz lunges forward into it. His arm...
I swipe up with my energy blade as soon as I see him like lean forward towards... I'm not caring about the egg, but because I see him leaning forward towards Cleo, I swipe up or down with my energy sword.
All right, so as Dietz lunges in, the door closing on his upper half, give me a roll with this energy blade attack.
It's a 16, but it's a damage of 0 somehow?
Yeah.
But I rolled a 16.
You're quite weak physically.
Okay.
So like in terms of like what your robot arm, the
Taylor,
force it can apply.
you're holding an egg. You don't want to be rolling explosives.
what if I want to throw one out the door though?
That's
that
what
I
we
just
call
had
a
him
parting shot. Very good, man.
So Dietz
just like right out the crack of the closing door, like when a garage door closes.
lunges up into the door, but he is hit by Dr. Z's energy blade. It doesn't do any amount of damage to his highly armored robot form, but it does knock his hands back as the door closes. One of his hands, the one beat up, rusty looking painted arm, is inside, clawing away, its fingers bending back and forward like spider limbs, trapped in the door as the door closes and crushes the wrist joint before the hand limply flops off inside the ship. And the ship,
Pelican, sons of Perseus.
the ship's taking off. You can see the Wraith is looking up at you with absolute disgust and hatred.
Oh boy.
She just turns and storms back into the bar. There's no sign of where Dietz is.
Oh my god.
What happened to my grenade though?
Well, yes, that's the thing.
Can I still toss it out?
You can still
like,
toss it. You've built a very poor explosive though.
I'm still gonna do it.
All right. At the same moment, Cleo has assembled a small grenade-like explosive and just idly tossed it out the door as it closed.
Get you some.
And as the ship takes off and just begins to ascend directly upwards away from the bar, that explosive twitches on the ground, fizzes, sparks, and then bursts entirely from one end, rocketing itself across the street and smashing through a window. Before there's a sooty popping noise, and you can see black smoke just pouring out that smashed window, some poor soul's home.
Yeah. Oh.
The old whiz bang, eh? Good,
Yeah.
good. Now, where to, Doctor?
I don't know why you're asking me though.
Because I'm
You're the smart one.
because I'm trying to distance myself from guilt here. Come on, man.
Also, I mean, like, Dr. Z's got the map, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, he's been the one person with some kind of plan this entire time, so it's just a fair assumption, I think.
Meanwhile, Cleo is in the corner like, where'd y'all get this thing?
It's a very good question, Cleo. I sure as shit
I
don't
can't
know.
believe all that happened.
I mean, it happened quite a dramatic, fun way. I
Very
like
dramatic,
that,
fun
I
way. I
like
love
that
how it
you
happened.
managed to get the ship the money and the fucking priceless
It's
Wraith
crazy.
monarch
It's-
egg.
it's
Like,
really
I know.
good.
I
It's
kind
really
of felt
good.
like we had to do it.
Yes, especially when you pointed out there, Cleo, like you're like, it feels like we have to do this. I was like, it does feel like we have to do this. I'm trying to resist
Because if
it.
we
but
didn't,
like,
it would just be like too reasonable. Like, well, we went to the grocery store and we picked out some things, and then we paid with our money and left.
yeah.
Like, we can't do that.
But I mean, I've not watched this thing, but I do understand the idea of like wanting to look after the infant and everything. But it was just difficult because like when I made Dr. Z, I didn't want him to be, or it to be. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Didn't want it to be.
Yeah, I also didn't. I didn't picture Cleo being like a character that would want to raise a thing.
well, I feel like that's the best thing about the scenario, though, because Dr. Z can be so annoyed. Like, why didn't we just get rid of this thing?
The whole time
Got
it's going
the
to be
money.
like these people that shouldn't have a baby, but we do.
I also love that Herodotus, like as cold as steel and fucking impregnable as he's been, episode 3 completely breaks down. For an alien infant that should be the thing that he cares the very least about in the whole world is the thing that he's like caring the most about.
You know
Well,
how it is.
As an egg, you can't see any of its, disgusting unhumanness, can you? It's just an egg.
That's right.
No, but I
Exactly.
just
Well,
love
that's
that.
gonna
I
be
just
a
love
fun
that. That
day.
means that or everything he's been saying has been a front. This kind of this tough xenophobic exterior of like.
I mean, I think it's more of an example of what you call it when you have when you're holding two beliefs in your mind at the same time. It's called something. It's a term for it.
Ambivalence?
Yeah, something ambivalence.
Hmm.
Anyway, he's definitely sort of dealing with that at the moment. I think.
I
Like
think it's
he-
amazing.
Like he's definitely still against aliens in general and keeps great amounts of
God.
grudges against all kinds of aliens, but also he's a damaged little boy.
Well, imagine, you've been fighting for so long, your entire life, and now you've got a moment to like do the right thing. And you just heard that we were about to hand over this infant to a lifestyle of our very own.
And he just remembers
know?
starting at like school away from home, and it's just like, no, not again.
Yeah.
Mother.
And yeah, I guess that is a good reason for us all to not want it to happen because we're like, this is our lifestyle that we have to live.
And it's
Yeah.
a bit of a shit life.
We
really.
would,
But
we
we
would
don't
want this
want
on our worst fucking enemy.
So we'll continue to be bastards ourselves, but we're not going to let this fucking unborn thing that doesn't even have a memory yet experience this.
No, except of course we're gonna end up raising it and inadvertently.
And we're going to do a bloody good job.
This is quite an incredible jump off point. I mean, it is a little bit Mandalorian, but I'm sure we can make it different somehow.
What if we turn around and everybody thinks we're about to Mando this shit, but we just fucking sell it for more money?
Next episode starts with an omelet.
What if Herodotus fucking eats it?
Omelette.
Oh, this omelet is
Fry
delicious.
pan sounds.
Definitely, I think like there's something to be said for like owing to like pop culture or things that are popular. As long as we do that in a tasteful way and we don't just fucking copy.
I mean,
don't wanna...
it's very different.
Okay, good. As I said,
All
I
right,
haven't
Daniel,
seen it.
well, you need to go watch the whole Mandalorian now.
Well, not yet. I'm gonna wait till Jolie moves in. She moves in at the end of the month, so I'm gonna do that. But
Fine. So we have to wait for stuff to happen in your life. Jesus.
I mean, it's all right. He knows about Baby Yoda. That's pretty much Mandalorian in a nutshell. There's a Baby Yoda.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone
So just
knows
make-
that
Just
exists.
Just make sure
Can I
that the
say something
beastie is
about it?
fucking disgusting and it's fine, you know?
Can I say something about it?
Yeah?
have you seen the what's that Japanese movie, the old like movie series where there's the Ronin and the baby on his back?
That's Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. I mean, that's clearly what Mandalorian must be based on, right?
It's that and like Good, Bad, and the Ugly and
Yeah.
It's very, it's quite spaghetti western.
Okay.
I liked the music.
Look, I'm into
Yeah.
that. I'm into that.
I mean it's exactly what Star Wars needed to be.
Yeah.
Like all of the other sequels should have been that shit. Just like small, charming stories tying together a larger universe. That's all it needed to be.
As well, like, I mean, having
They
that sort of
fucked it
that
up.
Western samurai kind of influence, like that kind of thing is what made the original trilogy so cool.
Yeah, that resonated with me pretty
And like, they
hard.
just haven't had much of that in any of the prequels or sequels. Like,
No, it got so big.
Mm,
Like, it got so much bigger than it needed to be.
yeah. Well, should we wrap this episode up then?
I think we should wrap
Yeah,
this
what do
episode
we-
up. Thanks, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Backwater Bastards in Space, Orbital Refuse,
Space.
semicolon, episode 3, parentheses, the one where they do the stuff in parentheses.
Yes, yeah, that was the episode.
I mean, I know y'all want to find out what happens next, so tune in next week to see what the bastards do with the egg.
Yeah, do or
Yes.
don't, depending on whether or not you want to. But we don't
Yeah.
care.
But please keep sending in your fan arts. We've been receiving some great ones. Love them. Backwaterbastards@gmail.com or just tag us on Instagram and Facebook, BW Bastards, Twitter, or Backwater_Bastards on Instagram. And if you have any spare credits that are slowing you down in your day-to-day life that you would like to get rid of, you may send them to us on our Patreon. The link is in the show notes. And yeah, we would appreciate any support because it helps us keep the show going, pay for hosting, and also, improve things like gear and sounds and all that
You
stuff.
would be amazed
So
to find
give it to
out
us.
how much podcasting costs.
It does. But we do it for the love of it, but we would love to have your support so that we can try and make more of it
Money.
and more money.
So
yeah.
that we can come to your house and throw down.
Yeah, exactly. But
We
yeah,
do it for the love of the money.
the money that we
Yes.
don't make, but the money that we spend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had money, I would really like that.
Mm.
I don't know what it's like yet.
What, to make money?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
But until next time, everyone, we'll see you on the Grey Dragon next time.
Yeah. Our
Bye, you bastards.
bye.
See you
Bye.
on the Grey Dragon.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Just want to say, I like doing these podcasts with you.
Oh, do you actually?
Yeah.
Are you being
Wait.
fake? Wait, what? Are you being serious?
That was unnecessarily salty. Just
Oh, that's
and-
lovely.
Jesus Christ.
No, it just felt so out of the
There's
blue.
no way I could possibly believe this.
Jeez.
Don't you hate
Nice.
us?
No, note to self: never do anything nice for anyone ever again. Jeez.
No, what about me?
No,
what
sorry.
about
I
me?
I just didn't expect it. I didn't expect it.
Taylor, you were aware of what was happening and you stayed silent. That is as bad as doing the bullying yourself.
It's only because I was
Oh my
looking at
God.
a meme.
Taylor's on the memes again.
Guys, Katy Perry is pregnant
Okay.
from a human male.
So?
And not an
I
alien.
mean, Katy Perry.
You gotta remember, Taylor, that evil is allowed to flourish when good people stay unmemed.
It's just that I expected it to be from an alien.
well, see, this is what is allowed to flourish when you don't pay attention. Constant vigilance. Jesus, if it's gonna be.
That is so.
All right. And on that note, we crashed
I
into
don't
the
think-
sun. End of campaign.
All right.
I don't think Dick has ever had this much fun.
Okay.
think-
Usually it's the team. It's us that have to derail, but Dick's derailing before we even do the intro.
Yeah. It's
Oh, you can't
feeling
talk. You
threatened.
can't talk about Katy Perry when I've got a like a voice fucking auto tune in front
You're
of me.
right. You're right.
oh, do T-Pain. Do T-Pain.
I'm just surprised that she's not mating with aliens like she broadcasted she would. And
But
I
did
feel like,
Katy Perry say she was going to do that?
yeah, well.